Tom had given me a quote on replacing my standing rigging, but unfortunately it was a little bit more than I was hoping for, so I decided to try and change the rigging by myself. So Matthieu and me took Karl back to the Rio and just anchored there in front of the marina in Ana Juana. There's a whole bunch of marinas in the whole Rio Dulce, and there's a cluster of them around the town of Fronteras or Rio, but I just prefer to be at anchor, and it's cheaper too.
You ready to go up there?
Yeah, I feel better in my natural environment with my climbing harness and not this like tricky sailing harness that is like this, taking my hairs away.
Okay, that's what we're gonna measure the rig with now.
So we started to measure the rig, and Matthieu, he went up to the mast with a measure tape, with a really long measure tape that we'd bought. And I would be down on Karl, measuring on the bottom. Usually you measure your rig from the bottom of the stem ball to the middle of the pin that is in the chain plates. But I made a small mistake when I measured, because I measured the pin that is above the chain plates. So after the whole measurement, we actually had to add another 5 centimeters to all the measurement because of this little tiny mistake. But the measuring was a lot of fun, and at the end of it we had a beautiful sunset. Rio Dulce, or Fronteras, it's just a little town that stretches along one big road, and there's many shops and street stalls along both sides of the road. And there's tons of trucks and tuk-tuks that go along this road, and you have to be really careful not to get run over. It's a pretty bustling town. They have a really great fish market, and there's an abundance of veggie and fruit, and they're really, really good quality.
Your shrimps! Look at these. Yummy!
Once we'd finished the measurement of the rigging, we went up to Flores to go and see the Maya ruins in Tikal. We took a cheap bus ride up to Flores, and it was actually overbooked, so we had to stand all the time. But as usual down here, it was an interesting bus ride. There was a woman coming in selling some food in a bucket. There was like rice and fried chicken. And there was a family that was going on the bus, and they had some live chicken in a plastic bag that were sticking out their heads out of the plastic bag from once in a while. And they bought some fried chicken. They were eating it on top of it. It was a bit of a bizarre scene, but quite interesting to watch. Flores is the capital of the department Petén, and it's an island that is on the lake Petén, and it's only connected with land by an artificial dam.
We are in Flores, which is 5 hours north of Rio Dulce with the bus. And we're here to go to Tikal tomorrow and take a look at the Maya ruins there. And then Matthieu is gonna head on to Cancun, and I'm gonna head back to Karl. Work on that work list that hasn't really been started very well yet. But first, cheers. Nice, some kind of fried potato thing with guacamole and cheese.
Sí, una lancha me lo has dicho.
It's a little sleepy town. From Flores, it's about 1 hour with a private bus going to Tikal. And we went with a guide to the place, and he showed us around for the whole day.
In the middle of the road, when all the crows and the sirens go, in the highlighted names, we'll find the peace and the quiet glow, and all in the name of love.
It was really amazing to wander through the jungle and just to imagine how the Mayan had built these incredible temples and how they lived there between the 3rd and the 9th century.
In the middle of the day, where all the worms and the swallows play, in the highlighted game, we'll find the pace and the silent names, all in the name of love. All in the name of the sun. Hit them twice and let them know. Don't play nice, you know they'll never go. It's all we've got, we can't be bought. There's nothing wrong with us. And all in the name of love. All in the name of the sun. All in the name of love. All in the name of the sun.
Once Matthieu had left for Cancun, I stayed another day in Flores, and then I took the bus back to the Rio. But more about that next week.